We're back again, I think, with a Lazy Money Machine podcast.
You know what? You stole my thunder. I was supposed to do the intro.
I know. But I was in the mood, man. I'm wiggling back and forth on the music here, so...
Can't stop a man in the mood.
Can't stop a man in the mood.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hi, Graham. How's things?
Yeah, good. I got this article from Market Watch.
All right.
I know. I keep going on about retirement, but...
Oh, you want to retire?
Yeah, well, exactly.
But you are retired already since 5 years ago, right?
Shtick. So, and I just find it interesting because there's so much in the media about it, right?
Okay.
And we talked about that book last week. We talked about the 100-Year Life,
right? Yes,
which was really interesting because that, it's all about redefining the numbers, isn't it? And I think that's really important. That people are sort of all prepared to retire at 65 and then die at 75, right? Unfortunately, that's the way it's all geared up.
Yeah.
But here's it. So basically, this article, I'll ask you this question off the bat. It says, how the article title is, here's how long $1 million will last you in retirement. Right? It does it state by state in the US. So, it varies. Like Hawaii is obviously the most expensive. And then you've got some of the cheaper states like Mississippi. But how long do you think it would last you?
And this is assuming that you're not getting any return on it, I assume, or not. So just $1 million in cash.
Yeah.
And then based on average lifestyle, I assume, right? So
yeah.
Okay, so here's the mathematician in me, right? So let's say the average American makes about $50,000 a year. That's the average salary. So that would mean 20 years on average. So if you're in an expensive state, it will last you probably 10 years, and in a cheap state, probably 15, something like that.
Almost.
Okay. Good. I haven't read it. Seriously, I see the article, but I haven't read the results. So bring it. What is it?
Right. So Hawaii, 13 years, and Mississippi, 25 and a half years, right?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But that, come on. They're doing numbers on, I don't know, somebody earning like $40,000 a year. Well,
right.
not $40,000 a year, netting $40,000 a year from the retirement fund, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, that ain't anything special, is it? So... you're retiring on a very low income.
Right.
That's how they've done the calculation. So, yours is not off. You just got a bit more in terms of expectations. But here's the interesting thing, right? I think it's worth talking about this, right? Let's talk. These are the things that people don't really talk about. But I want to talk about a few things related to retirement, just to get people up to speed, right? Retirement. There's two things people got to understand: actuaries and annuities, right?
Okay.
Are you aware of these? I know you're a financial guy, but do you come across these terms?
Yeah, but you're probably more how do you say that? More educated on the terminology than I am. So I'm following your conversation.
Okay, let me just explain. So an actuary. The only reason I said this is I qualified as a financial advisor, but that was many, many years ago when the world was a different place. But these words were the same, right? An actuary is a person hired by a life insurance or a pension company, and their sole job is to crunch numbers and to work out when you're going to die. Right. So if you're a coal miner, for example, I know you're going to probably live to about 62.
Yeah.
Right. Where if you're an office manager who doesn't do any kind of manual work, you're probably 82. Right. So that's what an actuary does.
Okay.
An annuity, right, is like when you retire, you get part of your money as a lump sum, and you have to buy an annuity, which is like a regular income.
Right.
It's different in Indonesia, right? I think you just get the lump sum.
Yeah, people that work for any company here, they get a chunk of cash, yeah. And in Holland, it's much more arranged because everybody needs to have this pension plan, and there's very little choice, so you have a standard insurance that everybody gets.
Okay. So that's where you have an annuity, which basically says, okay, right, for the next until you die, you're going to get paid $40,000 a year, right?
That's right.
It's like it's an income, right?
Yes.
But the whole system is set up like this: is that if you get an annuity and you live 10 years, then we make money,
right? Because
you died early. But if you live 50 years, we lose money. So the whole system is makes a profit when you die early, right?
Yes.
Which, if you think about it, that's a bit strange, but that's how it works, right? And I think here's the interesting thing is that most people don't know this. Is most people think they're going to retire and do all right, but the numbers are pretty damn scary. Do you want to just do a quick test? of the numbers? I've got it in front of me, a retirement income calculator. I'm really putting Eric on the spot here.
Oh, holy moly! And this comes from an ex-financial advisor. Yeah, and this was mentioned to me when I started working with you, but now I'm really worried. So,
all right, okay. So let's do this, right?
All right, go for it.
Okay. So Eric, you were born in what year?
1971.
71. All right. So retirement. Let's assume you're born in 1971.
Yes.
Right. This is not Eric's figures, but I'm just going to do this for the sake of argument. You have an annual income of 100,000 US, right? Okay. You're saving. No, you currently have probably the average person, maybe 30,000 in savings in the bank, which is probably, most people have about that at that age, right? Most normal people.
30,000 savings. Yep.
Yeah, and you're getting old now, if I can say that, because I'm certainly old and you're older than me. So time is pressing. You want to start putting savings aside, so you start saving $500 a month.
Okay.
Yeah. So 100,000 a year, 30,000 in savings, saving 500 a month.
Right. The 100,000 was my income, right? The 100,000 was my income.
Yeah. Right. It was your income.
Yeah.
What age do you? Well, I know we've done what age do you need to retire, but what age do you think you're probably thinking 65? I can't retire because it's too young, and I'm quite healthy. I'm quite fit. I can work a bit longer. So just give us a retirement age here, which is above 65.
Well, I can retire at 70.
70. All right. So let's talk about what's in the pot.
Okay.
So recommended savings to live out your life in a decent lifestyle. It says, according to the retirement income calculator, which we put the link in the show, is $1.17 million, right?
Okay.
Okay. It's not a lot of money if you're retiring. How much do you think you saved according to this calculator, based on the figures that we just talked about?
Where I only saved 500, right? Which is not that much.
Yeah, you had 30,000. You're saving 500 a month for the next, 30 years or whatever.
Yeah. Less, 24 years. So that's even less, right? So 6,000. Yeah, I've saved 150,000 or something.
Yeah, with interest, right?
Okay. Compound interest. Okay, so that's 300,000.
Oh, well done. Almost 363,000.
Okay.
So you tell me what that means. You're supposed to retire on 1.2 million, and you retire on 360,000.
Yeah, well, basically it's poverty, right?
Yeah.
That means that I'm screwed.
Yeah. Fucked, I think. More than screwed. I'm going to put the link in the show so people can go and work it out themselves. It's not good reading, right?
No, it's not.
But do you think we're being unfair?
Well, no.
I'm being offensive. We're being are we being too aggressive with our numbers, or do you think most people are in this situation?
I think most people are completely unaware and they trust what everybody else tells them, and that's always dangerous, right? You're following the herd, I think, instead of doing your own numbers, especially on this. And I think it's even worse if you're relying on a government-funded or a government-structured pension plan, because most people have no clue what's underneath there, right? So if you're in a stable country with a growing economy and no war, okay, hopefully it will all work out. But a lot of these governments, they are pushing the problem of older age forward, right? So everybody's paying into these funds now. There's going to be a whole lot more people using those funds than everybody now expects. So I think taking responsibility of your own numbers and your own pension calculation is very important, I think.
Yeah. Best advice of the day. You win the prize.
What's the prize, by the way?
The prize is you get to retire 65 or younger. Not 70. I think you're being harsh with yourself, but there you go. That's the reality for most people, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's sad, yeah?
Yeah, but that's how it is. Go and read the article if you get a chance. Go and use the retirement calculator and let us know what you come out with, and let us know what that means to you. Because I think, I don't think anybody's going to go into this and punch in numbers which are going to look good. The only way they're going to get numbers that look good is if they, as Eric says, take the whole issue of retirement into their own hands and start planning and building their own assets that produce passive income.
Right.